Hey everyone! Today, we will talk about 3 very special and rare Washington quarters from the United States. These coins are loved by collectors because they have unusual mistakes made when they were made. Because of these mistakes, they can be worth a lot of money, thousands of dollars. Let's find out why these quarters are so valuable. First up, we have the 1982 D Washington quarter, and this one might surprise you. Most quarters from 1982 are very common and only worth 25 cents. But if you find one with a D mint mark from Denver and it has a rare minting error, it could be worth up to $4,000. That's right, just one small mistake during the minting process can turn this regular coin into a jackpot for collectors. So, what kind of mistakes are we talking about? One rare error is a misaligned strike. This means the coin wasn't lined up right when it was made, so the design looks crooked or off. Another is an off-center strike, where part of the design is missing because the coin was not struck in the center. A die rotation error is also possible. This happens when the front and back of the coin don't match up when you flip it over. These are not easy to find, and that's why they are so valuable. Some 1982 D quarters also have what's called a missing clad layer. This means the shiny top layer of the coin didn't get added, and the coin may look dull or copper-colored on one side. That's another rare error, and collectors love it. Even a doubling error, where the date or letters look like they're printed twice, can raise the value a lot. These small flaws are what turn a normal coin into a rare find. Collectors always look at the little details. They use special lights and magnifying glasses to spot things most people miss. The cleaner and sharper the coin, the more it's worth. A rare 1982 D quarter in excellent shape, especially with a big, clear error, could easily sell for thousands. Some collectors send their coins to grading companies. These companies give each coin a grade based on how perfect it is. The higher the grade, the more money it can bring. What's really exciting is that these rare coins sometimes show up in regular pocket change. That's why collectors search through jars of coins, rolls from the bank, or old collections. You never know when a rare 1982 D era quarter might show up. Even though the coin is over 40 years old, there are still many out there waiting to be found. It's like a hidden treasure in your spare change. The letter D on the coin shows it was made at the Denver Mint, one of the main places where US coins are made. Millions of quarters were made there in 1982. But only a few have these special mistakes. That's what makes them so rare and valuable. If you find one, you could be looking at a big payday. When checking your coins, always look at the date and mint mark. Flip the coin over and see if the back lines up with the front. Check if the design looks strange or if parts are missing. If anything looks odd, don't spend it, hold on to it. You can search online to compare it with known rare coins. Some websites and videos show pictures of what to look for. You can even take it to a coin shop or get it graded by an expert. A 1982 D quarter with the right kind of error could change someone's life. So always check your change. Next up, let's look at the 1980p Washington quarter, a simple coin that could be worth as much as $10,000 today. That's right, this regular-looking quarter from your pocket change might be hiding a big surprise. It was made at the Philadelphia Mint, and something big happened that year. 1980 was the first year Philadelphia put the letter P's mint mark on quarters. Before that, coins from Philly didn't have any letter at all. So the 1980p is special just for that reason. But what makes this coin really valuable is when it has rare minting errors. These mistakes happen during the coin-making process and are not supposed to be there. Some errors are small, but others are easy to see and super rare. That's why collectors are willing to pay thousands of dollars for just one. One of the most exciting errors on a 1980p quarter is a missing clad layer. Normally, a quarter has a copper core and a silver-colored top layer. But when that top layer is missing, the coin looks brown or copper on one side. It feels a little lighter too. This mistake makes the coin look very different, and collectors love it. One clear example of this error can be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Another rare error is the broad strike. This happens when the coin is struck without the metal ring that holds it in place. The coin comes out bigger and stretched at the edges. If you see a quarter that looks wider than normal with no ridges on the edge, it might be a broad strike. Also, keep an eye out for off-center strikes. That's when the design is printed off to one side, and part of it is missing. The more off-center it is, while still showing the date, the more valuable it becomes. Collectors love these kinds of weird-looking coins. There are also double die errors, where the letters or numbers look like they were stamped twice. This can be seen in the words Liberty or the date, 1980. These double prints are rare and hard to find, but if the doubling is strong and clear, it can bring in big money. Some coins even have die cracks, raised lines across the coin, or cuds, which are blobs where part of the die broke. These are small, but people pay for them because they're rare and interesting. But here's the thing, not every error coin is worth thousands. The condition of the coin matters too. A coin that's shiny and clean, with no scratches, will always be worth more. That's why collectors send their coins to grading companies. The best grades, like MS66 or MS67, can raise the value a lot, especially when the coin has an error. What's exciting is that people have found these coins in their pocket change, old piggy banks, or rolls from the bank. They're still out there waiting to be discovered. Just one lucky find could bring you a big reward. So if you have a 1980 quarter with a SP the mint mark, look at it carefully. Check both sides for anything strange. Look for missing layers, off-center designs, or letters that look doubled. Even the edge can give you a clue. If it looks different, hold on to it. You might have something rare. This coin may look normal, but with the right error and in the right condition, it could be worth up to $10,000. Keep looking, keep checking your change, and don't overlook the small stuff. That little quarter could be a big win. Our last and final coin is the 1970 D Washington quarter, and this one is truly something special. At first glance, it might look like just another old coin, but some of these quarters have sold for as much as $15,000. Yes, a single quarter from 1970 with this D mint mark, made in Denver, could be worth more than some people make in a month. So what makes this coin so valuable? Just like the other rare quarters, it's all about the minting errors, the mistakes made at the US Mint while the coin was being produced. One of the most famous errors linked to the 1970 quarter is when it was struck on a foreign coin by accident. There's one legendary coin that was made using a 1941 Canadian quarter instead of a regular blank. You can still see some of the old coin's design under the US design. That one sold at auction for over $35,000. Now, not every 1970 D quarter will be that rare, but some do have other valuable errors. For example, double die errors are common with this year. That means the letters or numbers look like they were printed twice, especially around the date or the word Liberty. If the doubling is strong and easy to see, the coin could be worth a lot. Another error to watch for is a clipped planchette. This happens when the coin wasn't cut properly and comes out with a piece missing, usually along the edge. It looks like someone took a little bite out of the coin. If the clip is large and the rest of the coin is in good shape, that can add a lot of value. There are also die cracks, cuds, and off-center strikes on some 1970 D quarters. These might seem small, but collectors pay good money for rare examples. A clear off-center strike or a bold die break can bring in hundreds or even thousands, especially if the coin is also in great condition. Grading matters a lot here, too. A rare error on a scratched or damaged coin won't sell for much. But if you find a clean, shiny 1970 D with a major error, and it gets a high grade like MS65 or higher, that's when the price can really go up, sometimes as high as $15,000. Even without an error, a 1970 D quarter in near-perfect condition is still worth more than face value. Some high-grade coins have sold for over $1,000 just because they're so well preserved. That's why people check their old coin jars and rolls from the bank, hoping to find one that others missed. So how do you know if you've got the right one? First, look for the D the mint mark just next to Washington's ponytail. Then, carefully check the front and back for signs of doubling, missing parts, strange marks, or anything that looks off. Use a magnifying glass or phone camera to zoom in. If you see something unusual, don't spend it. Keep it safe and get it looked at by a coin expert. Some people have found these rare coins in garage sales, coin collections from grandparents, or even in spare change. They're out there. But you need a sharp eye and a little patience to find them. The 1970 D Washington quarter is proof that even an old coin in your pocket could be hiding real treasure. Whether it's a rare error, a strange strike, or just a perfect grade coin, it could be worth thousands. So keep checking, keep learning, and most of all, don't forget to look twice at your quarters. One small mistake from the mint could mean a big payday for you. So there you have it, 3 ultra-rare Washington quarters in 2025, the 1982 D, $4,000, the 1980 P, $10,000, and the 1970 D, $15,000. Each sports its own design story and collectible era. If you ever find a weird-looking quarter, it might just be worth a small fortune. Thanks for watching, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that bell for more coin collecting stories.